About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Cook. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 38. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. Before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
The 4-yard line. They'll
come out in the pistol. They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
Ain't doing nothing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Newell's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And here's another interception. Picked off the
That's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He's going to fire. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 35, Vikings nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and...
So he'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Ryan now off the bootleg. This one caught by Ridley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play. 32. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal. Smith trying to run for it. He pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Second and goal from the 1. Here we go now with Smith. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
From the 4 now, third and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
For first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On second and 2, Cousins forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Devontae Kazin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
9-yard line.
Again they run with Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So time